This video will walk you through some more advanced equations, some containing distributive property and variables on both sides. So we have the first one as 4 times the quantity u plus 4 is equal to negative 8u minus 8. What I'm going to go ahead and do first is use the distributive property to get rid of the parentheses. So then I have 4u plus 8 is equal to negative 8u minus 8. Next, I need to get my variables on one side of the equation and my constants on the other side. There are multiple directions, so I could move either direction, but I like to keep things positive, so I'm going to move the 8u so that I can add it. And that gives me on this side 12u's plus 8. And on the other side, that leaves me with negative 8. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and subtract 8. And that gives me 12u is equal to negative 16. Since we have negative 8 and we're subtracting 8 more, that gives me negative 16. Now I'm going to undo the multiplication by dividing. And that's my answer for u, but it does say simplify as much as possible, so I'm going to reduce this fraction. U is equal to negative 4 over 3. And I can reduce each number by dividing by 4. On this second equation, I have brackets on both sides, so I'm going to start with distributing on both sides. 3 times the quantity y plus 7 is equal to negative 3 times the quantity 4y minus 1, and then plus 3y at the end. So when I distribute, I get 3y plus 21 on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left, and on the right I get negative 12y. Now this negative 3 times a negative 1 gives me positive 3, and then I don't want to forget that 3y at the end. Now I have terms that can combine, the negative 12y and the positive 3y here, so I'm going to actually simplify first before moving on. So when I combine negative 12y with positive 3y, that gives me negative 9y plus 3 on the right, and then 3y plus 21 on the left. So it took a little bit longer, but now we're back to an equation with variables on both sides. I like things positive, so I'm going to actually add a 9y to both sides. That gives me 12y's plus 21, and over here that's equal to 3. So I'm going to subtract 21. That gives me 12y is equal to, now this is a positive 3 minus 21, so I'm going to find the difference, which is 18, and then the 21 is the negative number, so the sign stays negative. And then again, very similar to the last one, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 12. And that gives me y is equal to negative 18 over 12, but I want to go ahead and reduce this. These numbers are both divisible by 2. Actually, they're both divisible by 3, so that gives me negative 6. Oh, wait, they're both divisible by 6. So negative 6 over 3, which then goes one more, I'm sorry, negative 6 over 4, and then I can divide by 2, which would give me negative 3 over 2. So that is what y equals.